Hello and welcome to Big 5 Leagues in 5 minutes. In this episode we explore clashes between some of the leading clubs in their respective leagues. From Bayern vs Stuttgart to Anthony's showdown against Real Madrid. And finally, to the absolute top match of Inter vs Napoli. Without further ado, let's jump right in. While Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur both endured a season below their usual standards, City still sits in the 4th place in the league, whereas Tottenham languishes at 13th. With this in mind, a City win came as no surprise. Haaland, who has struggled ever since the Stay Humble incident, scored the only goal of the game, proving that even in tough times he can regroup and keep City within the crucial Champions League spots. If you look at his stats, he remains one of the best strikers in the world, yet this season he is clearly not even the league's top marksman. That title goes to Mohamed Salah, whose goal tally may not be significantly higher, but whose assist numbers are night and day. True to form, Salah also provided an assist for McAllister in their game against Newcastle. Konate and Van Dijk once again demonstrated why they are arguably the best central defensive duo in the world, securing Liverpool's 2-0 win. The biggest beneficiary of this result proved to be Chelsea, who managed to overtake Newcastle in the fight for international football spots with a dominant 4-0 win over Southampton. In a thrilling contest between second and third place teams, Arsenal's league best defense held Nottingham Forest scoreless, while their injury-plagued offense failed to score, resulting in a goalless draw. Last but not least, Manchester United managed a comeback win against Ipswich Town, despite being outnumbered from the 43rd minute onward. The trend of their defenders outscoring their strikers continued, with Maguire and De Ligt netting 2 of their 3 goals. After Antony's suspension was lifted, rumors had it that he promised to score against Real Madrid. Although he couldn't deliver on that promise, he still produced some great moments throughout the game, and his team handed the top dogs a crucial defeat, costing them valuable points in the Liga's intense title race. On the same day, Atletico Madrid faced Athletic Club in a clash featuring the father and son Simeone duo against the Williams brothers. Athletic managed to secure the win with a crucial goal from Alvarez, while Athletic Club was a bit unlucky, hitting the goalpost 3 times late in the game. With this win, Atletico sat on top of the league, until Sunday, when Barcelona defeated Real Sociedad. Following an early red card for Real's Elizondo, Barcelona completely took over the game. Just take a look at the stats. Over in Germany, both title contenders faced relatively strong opponents and both emerged victorious. Leverkusen demolished Eintracht Frankfurt 4-1 in the top game of the week, with goals from Teller, Mukiele and Schick all scoring within a 7-minute window. Ekitike scored the sole goal for Frankfurt, demonstrating that he can still find the net against top clubs, even after losing his partner in crime Omar Mamouche to City this winter. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich struggled against the strong Stuttgart side. Stuttgart's Angelo Stiller gave his team an early lead with a beautiful first half goal, but Bayern managed to turn the game around with goals from Olise, who continues his astonishing form, as well as from Goretzka and Koeman, ensuring a 3-1 win for the Bundesliga's record champions. Elsewhere, RB Leipzig took the lead over Mainz in the opening minute with a goal from Xavi Simons. However, Mainz kept their cool and demonstrated that they have what it takes to wrest a Champions League spot from Leipzig, coming back with 2 goals to win the game 2-1. Also this week, Dortmund defeated newly promoted St. Pauli 2-0 with goals from Girassi and Adeyemi. The top match of the week took place in Serie A. Last week, Inter overtook Napoli in the league, and with only 1 point separating these 2 adversaries, all eyes were on their clash. Inter looked set to solidify their lead at the top with an early goal from Di Marco, scored from a beautiful free kick. However, Napoli did not go down without a fight, ramping up the pressure in the second half. Their efforts were rewarded when Philip Billing found the net in the 87th minute to secure a 1-1 draw. This result fits perfectly with the dramatic title race unfolding in Serie A. Atalanta, who stood to benefit from this result, missed their chance to claim the top spot in the league, as they were held to a goalless 0-0 draw against Venezia. Furthermore, AC Milan miraculously came back late in the game against Lazio from a deficit, despite Pavlovic being booked in the second half. In extra time, however, Tavares earned a penalty, which was converted by Pedro to give Lazio a 2-1 victory. One would think that with the end of absolute superstars Neymar, Messi and Mbappe all gone from the club, PSG's reign of terror might come to an end. But the current side proved why it's often better to build a functioning team rather than simply stacking stars. PSG dominated Lille, with Barcola and Dembele both scoring yet again. After PSG scored 4 goals in the first half, they shifted gears a bit in the second half, and Lille managed to score a consolation goal through Jonathan David in the 80th minute. Elsewhere, Monaco swiftly beat Reims with a hat-trick scored by Mika Bira. In Lyon, Alexandre Lacazette was literally playing with Brest, managing to finish twice against them. After slipping up against Auxerre last week, Marseille beat Nantes 2-0 with Jury and Greenwood both finding the net in the second half. Don't want to miss any football results? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Next week we'll take a look at several exciting matches. City and Nottingham Forest will face off as they battle for top spots in the league. We also have an absolute classic with Arsenal taking on Man U. Furthermore, in Serie A we'll break down another top match, Juventus vs Atalanta. Until then, see you next week.